Hello, welcome to Purplefoot's Gaming. Today we're taking a look at Total War Rome 2, which is a recent release. I was actually going to do a video on this much earlier, although I never really did get around to it. And otherwise, we'll say before we go into this, I may be doing some videos of GTA 5, just depends if I can get that all set up again on this computer, because obviously GTA 5 isn't coming out for PC for a while. I'm not sure what the logic behind that was, but either way they still sort of sold. I think they sold about £500,000, no, sorry, £500 million, a lot more than 500,000 on the first day of release of GTA 5, so they're probably not too bothered about the fact that they haven't released it for like PC on day one. But anyway, we'll hopefully be playing some of that at some point. It is a very good game. And moving back onto this, just so we get back to the kind of relevancy of this video today, I won't be doing too much warfare today. In fact, we probably will see very little, because this is essentially a back to basics in a sense. We're going to be going over the campaign mode, which is essentially what you see here. We've basically got our little legion, I'll call them that, Iceni, which are the British, kind of, and just like this whole map here, because you can kind of see that it's not all about warfare. It is obviously about taking over the place and kind of making allegiances with other people. But the main thing here is the campaign for you. I've kind of got my city here. You have your armies marching out, so that's quite a big army. And essentially you've kind of got all this stuff here. So if I go to trade and finance, I can see it set the tax level. So it's all about other stuff as well. It's not just about like manpower and war. You've also got to manage tax. You've got to manage income outcomes. So you can see here my army upkeep is about 2,140 coins or whatever each turn, and essentially I make I think 2,000 each turn. So essentially if I got rid of my whole army I'd be pretty rich, but obviously that's not too much of a good idea because I could get attacked in that time. But what I will say is this game did have a few problems when it first launched. So what they did is they released a patch, and I didn't see much of an improvement until I actually read on the internet that apparently you actually had to start a new campaign. And essentially the only problem I've actually ever had with this game is the fact that turn taking took about 10 minutes. In that time everything was kind of like laggy, it was like 10 FPS. But they seem to have fixed that now. Turn taking is a lot quicker. It's not too bad now. In fact, it's actually quite smooth. It still seems to have like a bit of FPS drop when you do turn taking, but it looks like mostly they've fixed that. And so this is my city here. I've only got one currently because I suppose this campaign I've actually got here, I've only pretty much just started. And essentially what you can do is you can kind of upgrade places. So here I can make a shrine, get some more public order. That takes 5 turns, as you can see. And you've kind of got armies, so you can have up to like however many you want, provided you've kind of got enough cities to handle them. And again, you don't want too many people in the army, because if you have hundreds of thousands of units, you're not going to make any money. People can get unhappy and it's just going to be all sorts of chaos. Although one thing you do also have is you can get champions and spies, and they essentially can inflict damage on enemy units and kind of the cities to make them angry and such, just so it makes it easier for you to win. It's quite good. I mean, it is quite cleverly made. I think since the patch as well, it is like a pretty good game. I think it, like, the issue is that they kind of did it wrong, because when you release a game which is good but then has lots of bugs, it gets lots of bad press. You're going to get a few reviews in there which are like, oh, this game's awful, and then people are put off it, even though once they fix it, it's a good game. People don't really care about the fact that it's fixed, they care about the fact that when it first came out it had a few issues. But anyway, from the reviews I've actually seen online, you'll probably notice I'm just talking a lot today instead of actually doing much in the game. But from the reviews online, pretty much everyone who's actually got this game working with no flaws whatsoever, and they have pretty much fixed everything, I think, apart from there's probably a few bugs for some people. They have said it's like a very good game, like 8 out of 10, whatever. It's not an exceptional game according to most people, but it's pretty good. I mean, you've got a couple of reviews in there which are just like rating it 2 stars, and that's pretty much just because it doesn't work on their computer, and that could be for whatever reason. It may be down to hardware, it could be down to the way it's optimized. Because of course, like, some people may be trying to play on like low-end laptops or something and have issues with that. And the thing is, for the most part, if your computer meets the requirements you'd expect it to run. So it's sometimes they're a bit misleading, but there you go. Anyway, just so we do something, I'm going to kind of, I don't think we can because we've saved it in between a turn. So if I end a turn here, I'm not sure if you've seen the kind of turn taking in this, but originally anyway, but you can see here the turn taking, I mean it's not instant obviously, but it is a lot faster. You can set the kind of view limited, so you can either see everyone's move, which obviously is going to take absolutely hours, so you can have limited, which only really shows you, oh that's a bit annoying, I'm not sure why I've kind of dissolved that. But anyway, yeah, you can kind of have limited view, which just shows you members, kind of allies who are close to you or enemies, which is kind of the easiest way to do it, otherwise you'll be sat there for hours and it's not too fun. But anyway, you can see there, I'm not sure if you noticed it, but we still have the FPS drop issue with the turn taking. I think that's just some sort of optimized bug. Well, it's obviously not an optimized bug because it wouldn't be optimized if it was a bug. But yeah, it's just some sort of like weird bug. Not sure they'll fix it. I mean, it's not a major issue, but I mean, it's a bit annoying to some degree. And now I'm just trying to work out who actually kind of ditched us there. So essentially it was them, they kind of gave up, so to speak. I mean, I don't know why, but yeah, they kind of just left us there. Anyway, they're at war with all these people, and essentially the blue indicates that these guys are allies, so they're close to me, and that's our enemy there. But we've got a joint enemy, I think. Actually no, they're not actually at war with them, it's only me who's at war with them. But otherwise got quite a nice ally, and essentially all you can see here, it is a lot bigger than this. I mean, these are only kind of people who are relatively local, so you've got a few people in France, I think they're up in Germany, in whatever period that is, because obviously the map's not quite the same because this isn't a modern day map. That looks like Belgium, which actually looks relatively big. And yeah, you've got all these people, but of course when I actually explore down here, you have Rome, you have, I'm assuming that's some part of Greece at some point, so that will have like Macedon in there, Sparta, the whole works. But otherwise, apart from that, I think I'll end this video at this point because it's been quite long. I haven't really achieved much. As I said, this was mostly going to be a talking video. But anyway, thanks for watching guys, hope you did enjoy the video, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe. See you next time.